I'm a few minutes late. Y'all, we just had a huge thunderstorm and it's still a million degrees. Wherever you are, I hope that you're staying fully hydrated. And to my New Yorkers, Lord have mercy. God bless you. And I hope they cut y'all power back on really, really soon because it's looking crazy out there. I don't know what they doing, but it's too hot to not be able to have a fan or access cold water. Some people, due to health ailments, they have to be able to have more regulated heat. I mean, temperature rather. So, whoo, shout out to y'all. Oh, your power is out in Illinois as well, child. Uh-uh. Uh-oh, there we go. Yeah, my apologies. I'm over here playing Tetris, knocking stuff over. So, oh God, I hope y'all get y'all power on. So, it's a 93 in Dallas. Um, it's in the 90s, still feels like it's well over 100 here. But the good thing is it goes back into the 80s tomorrow, which will probably feel like being in the 90s, which would be way more bearable. Said we are doing all right so far here in the Bronx, New York. No outages so far. Okay, well, I pray to get everybody else's power on. So, y'all, said, oh, it's 100 in NC. Ooh, they cut CERN off, and all of us know what it feels like to be a rotisserie chicken at Walmart. I promise you. Ain't gonna stop me from eating them though. I mean, somebody got to appreciate their struggle. So let's talk about what I got so far. Big Tigger is being his wife. Let me correct that. Big Tigger's wife is being sued by his co-host for alleged defamation. Hmm. So that's going to put a very interesting twist on this because that means she's going to force Tigger's wife to come up with evidence that these two actually cheated. And if she can't prove that, that's not only going to clear her name, but it's going to clear Tigger because she said that they fought over that phone and that's what started everything and that these two been messing with each other. So we just had a heavy thunderstorm and it wasn't on the radar too. We this retrograde ain't playing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Let's see. Trim and Cardi got a collab coming. Lord, what is that gonna sound like? Mike Rubin, child, listen. When I tell you Mike Rubin been waiting for this moment for all his life. Y'all, I want to tap into the whole situation with Mike Rubin inviting Clay to the white party and Clay taking a picture with EJ Child because that picture was everything. When I say Clay is on his petty goat, he in that picture just Woo, child. You just say Trill and Minor Leo did a song. So disappointing. Lord, if y'all haven't seen that picture of Clay and EJ, child, EJ is giving sunglasses and face. Shoulders back, chest out. And right next to him is Clay. I know, I know. The photographer is like, please let me get this picture. Please, Lord Jesus. I feel like I'm gonna be in history. Just let me take it, Lord Jesus. He had the best damn camera lighting that I have seen in a very long time. Somebody just asked me something. Hold on. That's the Trail Freestyle. No. You see Gavin Newsom. What did he do this week? Said Le Canal look like he sleeps on the couch. Said, Ferris, for Ferris hurled the couch to show Sea Biscuit. I couldn't even get that out. Ooh. Ooh. I probably wasn't even supposed to say that one out loud. I couldn't even get it out. Jay Z got allegedly got Charlemagne fired when he worked on the air in Philly. We gonna chat about it. Well, thank you, Bryce. Many blessings to you. Heavenly Father, give it back to him tenfold. Said blessing angel in the chat. I need a reading on my situation I'm dealing with, but I've been listening in. Bryce, email me, angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. If you're available this weekend, we can chat. Let's see. So yeah, Jay Z allegedly got Charlemagne the God fired from WPSI in Philadelphia for allowing Beanie Siegel to sound off on him on the air and possibly play a diss track. Academics is going to be the downfall of Charlemagne. And for all of y'all, listen, okay? For the petty people. This is only for the petty people, okay? Jay Z allegedly turned his numbers in. He sold 29K. Lotto officially has outsold the Jigga Man. So he did sell more than Lizzo, but he got outsold by Lotto. Now I'm gonna let y'all hold on to that. It's a blackout. Maybe they gotta wait for the power outage to be over to count the rest of his numbers. Um, we don't know. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. But it was a power outage, and they might find the rest of his numbers with the Chads from Florida that they lost a few years ago. So let's be objective because we don't know if those are the final numbers. But 29K as of now. Yes. Global icon status. 29K. Yes, you said not the greatest rapper alive. Well, it probably wasn't the greatest rapper alive. But Sean Carter, Reasonable Doubt, yes, 29K allegedly. Oh, alert. Where the hell did that button come from? Where? Oh, where? You said by Monday it's gonna be 100K. Right. After the power comes back on. God, that's funny as shit, Uncle Learn. What'd you say? Hang it up, flat screen. Unc. You might as well drop that album that was supposed to diss Nicki. I'm pretty sure dissing Nicki would at least got you to about 30. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But damn, when you think about it, was it rounded up to 29K? Was it actually like 26, 27? And then, it was like maybe two or three sets of numbers and they had to count them all like loose chain. 5, 10, 15. How many you got? Okay, you got six. Mm, mm, Okay, we gonna recount it. We gonna recount it. They might not all be in yet. Woo! Why is Wendy Williams not back on TV? I need Wendy Williams in this moment, okay? I need Wendy Williams in this moment. Wendy Williams needs to be on her couch sipping from her cup of tea that's probably like 15% red wine. And I'm for it. Okay. I'm for it because I would want the tea or the wine from Wendy Williams right about now because she would give us the rundown on the real stats of Reasonable Doubt when it first came out when she was on the radio, and then would give you the update to now to let you know how many percents it fell from the parking garage of hip hop. Oh my God, I would love to have a Wendy Williams right now. Just please go get Wendy. Damn it. I mean, we can't get Wendy. Um, what's the other lady over there? Doggone it. What's the one that sang Sugar Hill? Y'all know who I'm talking about, my hip hop people. Y'all know who sang on Sugar Hill. She's on the radio now. She's been on the radio in New York for years too. How's Who Tickets doing? What the heck is y'all talking about? Yes, Miss Jones. Thank you. That's her name. Miss Jones was the one that did the song with AZ Sugar Hill. Thank y'all. Child, low key, Miss Jones had been spilling some tea too. That's why they don't like to feature her the way they do Angie Martinez. But see, Angie Martinez, because she didn't drag Jay to hell and remind us that he was allegedly crying on her show, they give her all the features. That, in my opinion, allegedly. Because I remember that interview after Ether, and she was asking him, "Are you okay?" It sounded like his allergies had kicked in a little bit, and I feel like we need to get to the bottom of that moment. Y'all want to be nosy and see what the energy was behind Jay and how he really felt when he interviewed with Angie Martinez, and she was asking him, "Was he okay?" It did sound like it was his sinus. We don't know if he was crying. It could have been pollen and whatnot in the studio. Anything could have happened. He may have lost his CarMax. I mean, all types of things could have occurred. We cannot assume that he was upset over ether. Ether might have been a non-factor. It could have been all types of things, like an eyelash could have fell in his eye, and all types of things. It just seemed to have perfect timing and alignment. So we got to give reasonable doubt to if he was crying or not, because he could have just he could have been just sitting next to maybe like a dusty vent or something. Yeah, I seen something today that blew me away, and not because it surprised me. It blew me away due to the vulnerability. And to everybody that stays up with me on the late night show on Twitch, we're going to talk about this on Twitch. Michael Blackston, he did a live where he pulled out all of his recent checks this year from syndication from television. Child, that man didn't have two checks over $2. Like most of the checks literally were under $1. Can you imagine syndicated checks from television? But this was how he was explaining how most of these people are broke. And It's the sheer pettiness that they would print up payroll checks that cost more than what they paying you and mail it to you just for you to cash a check for 65 cents, 93 cents, $1.26. Viola, I think you answered your own question, baby. You said, why is everyone broke now that traffic stopped? Well, we don't know if it stopped, but it may be in a bottleneck because, people are looking, so the block is hot. But it seems like there is a drought now that the block is hot. It does. It feels that way. It feels that way. It feels that way. It feels that way. And it makes you wonder how much were they making as entertainers the whole time and what were they actually doing for money? Now, I believe that's why so many of these people can't not tour. Meaning, if you take a year off from entertainment, there is not enough money to go around for your lifestyle because you can't live in a regular neighborhood because people gonna keep on breaking in your house. You can't, go to regular stores once you get a certain amount of celebrity. So you got to pay for bodyguards, you got to pay for an entourage, you got to pay for all these things. And child, if you're not working, 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 working literally every day, multiple different projects, you're not going to be able to sustain all that stuff. Hey, from Jamaica. Okay. What you say, any single ladies in the comments? Now, baby, I can't speak for nobody else, but that's funny. Lord Jamrock say, we're the single ladies. And my crazy ass read that out loud. Hey Joey, how are you? All right. Well, y'all pat yourself on the back. That just lets you know that everybody knows that I have the cutest audience on YouTube, okay? Oh, all right, let's go. So, was he okay or was it his allergies? Show me the energy behind Jay during the Angie Martinez interview. Ooh, ooh, y'all cutting up in these comments. Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Okay. You said no papers, just love. I'm about to say I can't help you no way. I marry you, they gonna put my ass out the country. I'm gonna have to be a Jamaican. But y'all, I like y'all, so I ain't worried about it. What you say, February 6th? Oh Lord. What you can you get a car? Child, they don't like me. I can't help you. Somebody in the audience. Pebble Nation might intercept your ass if you try to marry me. You said, I know you're taking. Aren't you sweet? Oh, it said Big Facts Angel. Plus, she never dropped the Tupac interview when he was dragging them. Oh, oh man. So you got the Six of Pentacles here, which talks about equal reciprocity and possibly something that could be handed under the table, whether it's good, opportunities for her to excel or, a little something in the envelope allegedly. Okay, Ryan. Y'all better help Ryan feel acclimated. However, I don't know what to do for Ryan. Oh man. Hmm. Ain't really the mystic. How are you, love? All right, and you had the book of reading, baby. I don't do personals on this channel. But I mean, if she your next door neighbor, you could just go and ask her. Go talk to her. And then come back and tell us how it went. We all feel very invested in helping you find the one at this point. So you got the 10 of wine. Now, we still don't know if he wasn't all right because, like I said, it could be his sinuses. But if it was his sinuses, it was becoming too heavy to bear, okay? Too heavy for him to carry with these possible alleged sinuses, okay? Ooh. Somebody play your little saxophone. If you ain't got your saxophone, play your, play your little play your little violin. Ace of Pentacles. So this was a huge interview, and she had to address the question, the elephant in the room, the past, right? The Six of Cups. Oh God. You said not a ballot for Bullwinkle. So here it is, the Knight of Cups. This is like, she came in with a kind offer or question, right? About the betrayal. So remember, either he considered to be a betrayal. Now, I don't know how he saw it as a betrayal because y'all was going back and forth. That's what happens when you drop diss tracks. But this could still be his damn sinuses. I can't be sure. So she comes in with a kind approach, and she was. She was nice. Show me was he okay. Show me was he okay. Show me was he okay. Queen of Wands. So this means he came in prima donna mode. He thought that he had the upper hand allegedly, and he was just gonna skate through this interview victoriously, like he was, gonna be the big dog when this reading was over. Oh, Miss Ladon, somebody look like they got their internet eye on you. So you got the Five of Swords, the conflict in communication and the harsh words. And notice it's a moon back here. So he hasn't really addressed how he really feels about what Nas says in this moment. But once again, y'all see it's a betrayal again. Look, he got all of the damn swords in his heart. Just Nas, you really hurt his feelings a little bit. So here it is. This talks about, he wanted to reject the question. Okay. But he had to collaborate. Three of Pentacles. So he couldn't just not answer the question because it would look too awkward. So show me what happened when he answered the question allegedly. King of Pentacles. So he wanted to be the one that dominated the conversation. Like, I'm stable. I'm the big dog, right? King of Wands. Like, he knew his reputation relied on this. You really are sensitive. Who said that? Was that 50 Cent? Because this is very sensitive. Like, he started off like on the top of the world, huge ego and everything. But then it just went left. It deflated. Four of Pentacles. And here he is. He's very stubborn. But it seems like Angie, she may have had more than one opportunity to ask the question, but she stuck to her guns and she came back and said, finally, I'm gonna land this plane. I'm gonna ask the question because this is gonna be, huge for me and my show and my career. Everybody's gonna hear this. This is, hip hop history, right? So she stuck with it. She said, "I'm gonna ask this damn question." So it seemed like she tried to go here with him, or it felt like he was cocky to come in because everybody was going to hear this. He was going to be the upper hand, but it was like just hearing. It's weird. It's almost like he got disarmed because a woman asked the question. Like the fact a woman asked the question, like struck a nerve, made him sensitive, made his eyes tingle a little bit. It could still be the pet dander or something in the air. I don't know. But instantly he was ready to go. King of Wands, the fire sign, was ready to go. So he was ready to give her equal reciprocity until that moment. And then it was like, shut down. Now I'm ready to go. You said it was a loose whisker. It could have been. It could have been. Two of Swords. Yep. This became a burden. Ready to cut the interview. Felt exposed, the son. It went from happier times to he felt exposed. He thought he was going to dominate this. I'm still saying it could have been his sinuses. It is he had to go blow his nose. We don't know. Nine of Swords. Okay, he felt lots and lots and lots of heavy anxiety when she wanted to discuss this betrayal. Oh Lord, he really, really allegedly was in his fields. But he knew this was going to affect his total branding, his money, Ace of Wands. So this it feels more so like this is why he was afraid to answer this question because it's like he's stuck on this becoming the king of New York, and it's like damn, like this question, everything it literally is balanced on this question. Would you say his catfish whiskers were in the tizzy? The catfish whiskers. Woo! Oh, oh, child. We said I always thought he had something going on with Angie back in the day. Interesting. Is that why he feels betrayed by her asking that question? Wait a minute. You might be onto something. Allegedly. Is this why he felt betrayed that Angie would ask him this kind of question? Is this why he was so confident coming into this interview? Because he thought he had it in the bag because he may have been bagging this chick. Is that even possible? Straight from the comment section. Is that even possible? Six of Wands, Knight of Cups. Um, This looks like somebody successfully passed on a romantic offer. So he may have been trying to get at Angie, but it looked like Angie went on to bigger and better things, or she just went on to move on and leave him alone. You said the mustache is giving Cynthia from Rugrats. Oh Lord. The Empress. So she was more so focused on the person she had the baby with. For those of y'all that don't know, her baby daddy is Nokio from Drew Hill. So she was into Nokio. She was never going to step out with him. So Queen of Swords. And she wanted to focus on building her brand and using her voice. So King of Cups. Yeah, he was very deep in his feelings, but he didn't want to discuss what was said in that song. He obsessed with it even. Child, um, Nas knew what he was doing. Nas hit him where it hurt. He got in his head and literally whooped him in his head. Because this looked like he lived in his head forever after that. What y'all say that my slide was down the wall with whiskers in his throat? Y'all are terrible. So you got the Four of Cups that talks about rejecting something and constantly being in their head. Hold on, what is this? Yeah, a message coming through, Wheel of Fortune. So it's like he was more worried about how this was going to come across to the public. He was very, very in his head about this situation. Um, this even feels like he was even thinking about rejecting the idea of allowing this interview to stay public, but it's like it was live. It wasn't anything that he could do to stop it. King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Hermit. Yeah, he had to ghost this situation if he was going to remain on top. Like there's unforeseen factors here, things that are unknown attached to this. It's almost like he was worried how deep she was going to go with this interview because at this point, y'all, it's like the moment she started asking these types of questions, it was like a like a kill switch. He instantly just the bravado, it powered down. He no longer had that chill vibe to him anymore. Said Nas called him ugly out loud. Notice B always says he's handsome. Child, I'm starting to wonder, should I give B my glasses? I mean, you can love him if he ugly. I mean, that's your choice. And you told us that you don't care about looks. So if you don't care about looks, you don't care about him looking like a Gila monster. He has been strange in the face for a very long time. So maybe her corneas need to be rotated or something. I don't know. She does stand in a lot of hot, bright lights. They could have burnt her retinas over the years. So I want to extend grace to her because it's got to be hard in the morning to roll over and see that, predator versus alien just happened to be laying next to you. Cause if you ugly, you super ugly in the morning. And then you gotta warm up your face to your regular face. So yeah, she probably was more so trying to convince herself. Y'all know people gotta warm their face up. Everybody don't just wake up with a nice face to look at. I mean, well, he ain't go to bed with one, so he couldn't wake up with one. But it was a lot more intense in the morning. They probably got separate bedrooms, so she don't have to do that to herself. Oh, you said holding your breath can make you delirious too, Angel. Well, from the rumor mill, according to the street, both of them need some mints and hold their breath intensely, allegedly. I said I look mean in the morning, but I'm not ugly. Well, I got a cute chat, so don't even worry about you. You don't have catfish whiskers or nothing. What's that other ugly fish? A dogfish. He said my face be swollen in the morning. Said, nah, sure did say babe breath stain. Soon as the air still in their bedroom. Ooh, a sheepfish. Ooh. What you say, dogfish Jay? Listen, we all wake up in the morning with our starter face. And it's like, how you gotta cut the car on and let it run for a while. And it's like, okay, let's go. It might take you a good 15, 20 minutes to get your active face. You one of them children never had to get dressed for Halloween. Like, you fine, baby, just go as you are. So you got the hangman here falling under the four of pentacles. So yeah, Angie Martinez was, she stuck all the way through to the end. Was like, we gonna have this interview, we gonna ask some of these hard hitting questions. And it was like she caught him in a position to where it kind of, I don't know how to describe this. Because it's like you can't say he didn't expect to be asked this, but it was just, I guess it was her calm, sweet delivery that kind of broke something in him, and it made him feel too comfortable, and he started getting sensitive, allegedly. The sinuses will do that to you. So was he all right? Let's see. Oh Lord, B Frost, we haven't seen you in a long time. I'll fuss at you later. Oh Lord, the Four of Wands. So yeah, he wanted to go and maintain his stability because it was things that he just did not want to delve into from that point. So it's like it went from being really, really cocky, full of bravado to, yeah, I need to go to preserve whatever is left of my integrity. Because it's like he got to the point where he couldn't control um I guess his demeanor or his emotion. Yeah, it's like this is becoming toxic. I got to get out of here. And here's the devil. Literally, this is getting toxic. I got to get out of here. Yeah, this man, I got to say, allegedly and for entertainment purposes, but he has a fragile ego, allegedly. He's very sensitive, and that leads to him being volatile. So imagine someone that gets sensitive, gets in their feelings, and then feels attacked and then attacks. All alleged for entertainment purposes only. And it's like the walls were closing in. He started to get anxious and he had to hurry up and get out. It's like almost felt like a panic attack was kind of stirring up a little bit. So I want y'all to put a pin in that. Put a pin in that and keep that. Because it's like under pressure when he's asked certain questions, when he feels nervous, he could practically start to feel like he's having a panic attack. And I got that energy closer to him being exam, well, don't want to say exam, that's not the right word. Being cross-examined. There we go. Being cross-examined on the stand. Like he would not be a good witness to have on the stand. He would get nervous. He would start to stutter. He would start to break down. Like when he doesn't have the upper hand, you see the other side of him that's fragile. So it's like, I mean, not just throwing a tantrum, like he gets fragile, like literally, like you'll see a shell of a person. It's almost like watching the broken child appear. Yeah, Whisper, I'm with you on that one. Said his fragile ego and habit of throwing rocks while hiding the hand is a wild combination. What you say the halitosis player got played? Lord have mercy. So guess who's in New Orleans right now? It should be Lotto and guess who? What she say? It's me. Guess who? I know I'm saying that wrong because I really probably don't care. But yeah, that one. Two of Wands. Yeah. So he may have chose to, go tarot class. I don't want to say this. I'm gonna read y'all in the comment. I was just about to say he may have chose to go to Angie Martinez, and then I looked at the card and said, "Oh God." Okay, let's see what y'all got. He said, "Didn't Jay say when he gets nervous, he starts to tell the truth?" Yes, he did. He said that at the Oscars. Yes, ma'am, he did. Said nobody care about the two birds. I'm waiting to see if somebody picked up on this. I don't want to be the reason. I want to leave this right here. This is answering somebody's question from earlier in the chat. I just want to see if y'all can catch it. I have to say allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. One of y'all said it in the chat. It's literally right here. Come on, Siren. All I can say is if it's any truth to this, if I'm not misreading this, if I'm not tripping, Drake ain't the first Drake. I want out of here now. Somebody let me out of here. I think the more interesting part about reading this energy is to see him under pressure. He does not do well under pressure. So for someone who kind of like fancies themselves with the idea of how people scurry when they walk into the room and how they feel all powerful because somebody has walked into the room, um, you don't expect to see him cower this way, um, mentally or spiritually. But when he is not in his element, it's like he buckles. Said, wait a minute. So they were sharing breath mints. Ooh, child. Talking about the mic is hot. Give a whole new connotation to that child. Not the mic is hot. All right. So Big Tigger's wife getting sued by his co-host for defamation of character from the accusations of her actually having an alleged affair with Big Tigger. She's suing the wife. I could see why she would want to sue the wife because this is something that could ruin her integrity and the future of her career in radio. And right now, radio is in a weird place, and the Big Tigger morning show is a huge staple. So I want to see is she suing for her own volition, or is this her way of not only clearing her name but helping Tigger as well? So let's see this lawsuit energy from Big Tigger's co-host. Anybody know the young lady's name? I don't want to be disrespectful. I just really don't know her name. I don't remember. Anybody know his co-host name? Said I saw the wife's lawyer say they have text messages. Let's see. Well, whether they have text messages or not, I want to read the energy behind the case. Would you say Stuttering Stanley comes out under pressure? Shaw, that's funny you even said that because the one person he had beef in hip hop with early on in hip hop that wasn't afraid of him, but nobody took it serious because this man wasn't from their generation is Stanley, better known to the world as MC Hammer. So her name is Keisha, okay? Okay, Francesca, yes. Francesca is the co-host. Thank you. Francesca is the co-host. All righty. Because I didn't want to just call her the co-host. I'm like, that felt a little cold. Show me the energy of Francesca's legal team suing Big Tigger's wife. Yeah, Amethyst. Yes, Hammer did do a diss tours, and it's still on YouTube. And Hammer, thanks to him, is a proud contributor to helping to get YouTube kicked off and off the ground. So we all need to thank Mr. Hammer for YouTube and his contributions because he helped to be a very, very big part of the launch of sponsoring YouTube. So we've got, interesting enough, seven of coins, which is talking about investing and waiting for things to come back, and you reap what you sow. Talking about a wish fulfillment for the family. Okay, so you reap what you sow. So it's like they're ready to give the wife back a taste of her own medicine. And this is her way of getting balanced through a new beginning after heartbreak. Um, she's coming forward regardless of what the wife is saying. And y'all, she want a bag. She's going to talk about how she's damaging her career and how this could block her from sponsorships. She's jeopardized her career. She took a gamble. She's coming forward to speak. They definitely are going to talk about text messages for sure. Um, okay, I must have missed part of the conversation looking down. Said, interesting, does he have a wife like Key? You must be talking about from Key and Peele. Child, they said she's something different. Yeah, she's talking about how this she needs balance to a new beginning after a difficult time. She's gonna say that ever since the wife mentioned her, her career's been up in the air. She's been struggling. Um, but due to the wife's choice, yeah, the wife better be able to back this up, honey. Two of Swords. She may be getting fired or facing getting fired. This feels like this is a part of it. Um, this also talks about this causing problems in her love life. She could have put her in a position to lose her relationship or whatever she has going on. So definitely message something tangible that people can see. But it looks like, it's definitely equal reciprocity, but it's something interesting with these messages. So it feels like it's a gray area, but when it get explained, it's gonna be like, oh, okay. So the death card and the chariot. So it's to the point to where it's like, maybe the wife should have, just swallowed her pride and ended this, but now it's forward movement. So if she may have already contacted the wife, like her lawyers contacted the wife and gave her time to retract or apologize, but she didn't retract and apologize to the co-host. she only retracted and apologized to her husband and said, "Oh, well, it never happened. It's this, that, and the other." But it's like you apologized to him, but you named me, and my reputation is in shambles. Yeah, reputation. Five of Cups, public shame and humiliation and heartbreak, defamation, punitive damages, therapy. She about to lay it on the line with her. She gonna give her everything she wants. Yeah, since you want to accuse people of stuff, let's really accuse people of stuff. So her wish fulfillment is to manifest, um, a win for the family or someone she thinks is like family. So here it is, independent woman, temperance. This is her choice to get balanced through a new beginning. Like if I can't work in radio anymore, you need to pay for that. So hangman falling under the ace of pentacles, like I said, there's a gray area when it comes to, well, what was the relationship? She's about to make her define everything in court. We're about to find out what the relationship actually is because the hangman is, this is up in the air. They're not really sure what the relationship is. So I'm not sure that her lawyers have ironclad evidence as of now. It's like they're looking through what she gave them to find something more substantial because it feels like a gray area when it comes to proving the relationship. They need more than reasonable doubt. So she's forcing them to go forward with it. Like, since you're accusing me of all of this, prove it then. You got the ball in your court when it comes to proving evident like an evidentiary hearing. Like I want the evidence on the table. You accuse me of it, prove it. You can't prove it, I'm gonna make your life hell. So it's like, okay, you're not lying. Let's see. Let's push it to the limit because you jeopardized my job. Six of Cups. We've been knowing each other throughout the years for a long time, but you're the one that has an interesting past. Six of Cups. This is going to cause more information to come out about the wife than the co-host. And I don't think it's necessarily just about this marriage. It's the internet is an interesting place. You can get everything at a touch of the fingertips. So it's not that hard to look up people's information and find things. I don't think the wife thought that this was going to go this way. In the past, she wasn't in a relationship with a public figure. So it was easier for her to submit things and keep on going. But this lady is like, no, I'm a public figure. You're going to put it on the table. You're going to put it on the wood so we know it's all good because you're messing with my reputation. You're causing me to, be in a situation where I could end up not having a job. Yeah, you said you see when you do clown shit. Baby. 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Yeah, this child, this wife world is caving around her real fast. 8 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. She didn't expect this lady to take her to court and say, "Okay, bitch, I'm cheating with your husband. Prove it. Put it on the wood. Let's see. Prove it." Queen of Pentacles. Something is not going to pan out with his wife. The information is going to start coming out with his wife. It's almost like it feels contrived in some kind of way. We're going to hear more about her past. Um, like, yeah, you caused me to lose opportunities. Two of Swords to the Three of Wands. I gotta find if I lose this opportunity, I gotta find something to do, and I may not be able to work in this capacity again. So she has a good case. This isn't just defamation of character. You possibly ruin her entire career. Page of Swords, Eight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So I'm saying that whatever the wife has, it may be best for her to just settle with Francesca or put out an apology letter and pay her lawyer on her own. Because I feel like, if she goes forward with this could really, really get ugly for her versus Francesca. I mean, you've already said the worst you can say about Francesca. Like, okay, she's cheating with my husband. He tried to knock me out and fight me over a phone. So they already look questionable. But what's going to look questionable is if you said things that don't add up. And then in the midst of you saying things that don't add up, your past comes back to haunt you because people are still asking, where's little Aaliyah, your daughter? You don't need people going back to ask, where's your daughter? And then you're in court and what you saying ain't sticking. That's too many things that's not working at the same time. Page of Wands. The intuition is saying you should be going in a different direction. Six of Swords. Toxic situation. You need to get out of here. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Don't do this. Child. You say alternate facts. Ooh, Three of Cups. So there is a closeness between him and the co-host. Okay, heartbreak here, and yeah, it's a lot of gray areas to the story. Y'all gonna have to really listen, but not just listen to what's being said. Listen to the whole story and listen for what's not being said because there's going to be holes somewhere in this story. So it's like it needs to go to court. If I was old girl, I would want it to go to court so that I could clear my name. But some interesting stuff is about to come out and there's going to be a lot of gossip about this, but it looks like in the long run, it backfires on the wife because it causes more people to dig into her life, to dig into her past. And then we find out things about her that make her look way worse than anything that we've heard. So, yeah, I would say that Big Tigger's wife need to settle with the co-host and put up a letter of apology because this is only going to make the public delve into her more and find out more about her and her missing child. And she's got an interesting history for sure. Said, did they have an open relations? I don't believe they did. But we're going to find out more about this wife. This child, this is a Tubi movie. This is a whole damn Tubi movie. Tigger had no idea what he got himself into. And it looked like one of them old school like Twi movies that was um, filmed down in Atlanta. This is literally Twi the radio edition. Let's see. So karma's gonna hit her like the house falling on the wicked witch of the west. Yeah, Tigger, you picked an interesting piece of fruit this time. This is definitely child. This is the best Tubi movie that was never written. This got Tyler Perry all over. This time the woman is a villain with good hair, which is that's the plot twist in the Tyler Perry movie. It's always the dark skinned people with untamed wigs or the dark skinned bald head man that is the villain of the show. We only saw one dark skinned man in the Tyler Perry movie that wasn't a villain, and that's because he had a box office name. He wasn't gonna do that to Stringer Bell. He wasn't. No way he was gonna play with Stringer Bell like that. It would have been an uproar. Mm. Woo! Lord have mercy. Y'all, we just gonna have to stay tuned to see what's gonna happen with this. But this wife is something different. Um, and it's just it's messed up because it seemed like Tigger was naive. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this is probably a Twitch conversation, so I'm gonna keep it as cute as I can. Allegedly, word on the street is crazy people smash better. She gave them that, I'm a short bus smash. Like, because there's something in her energy. And like I say allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. It's like she plays the role, but she can't do it for long. And I think it worked with Tigger because Tigger's a very busy man. He's always working. He's up early to be on the radio, and then he's doing drops and he's doing this. So, when they date, it's not like they're around each other 24/7 like that before they got married because he was always busy. So when she saw him, all she had to do was like, be nice, be cute, right? It wasn't until he ended up being stuck with her that he found out that she was difficult. Said, I mean, it does make you forget like your morals or what's going on. Said, are people who are just saying being bored and I'm bad and confused if it's not be taught. You said not the short bus snail trail. Oh my God. But no, that seems like how she got him. This is someone who is a very busy individual. So, he has money to be able to buy you nice things. And y'all don't spend as much time together because, he's doing events or he's on the radio. Like, so she didn't have to be the real her because, you see each other in spurts. But I promise you, y'all, he saw some of those red flags, but the sex was better. I bet you he won't do that no more. So let's go ahead, move to the next topic. Y'all, I just love the fact, hold on, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but Akbar V redropped Pretty and Petty to a new track. The video and the audio just dropped today. And she found a producer to produce a new track, and she dropped the new track today. Y'all, I ain't mad at Akbar for that. Okay? I ain't mad at Akbar for that. Cardi crashed out and Akbar turned it into a rollout. Y'all see that? Okay, you crashed out on me. I'm going to maximize your crash out and turn it into a rollout. That's how you're supposed to work it. So people set themselves up for the okie doke all the time over superficial things. Yeah. But that's why Cardi B was crashing out Wednesday. Listen, Akbar, that's how you do it. That's what you call team foot on your neck. That's what happened when you get into it with a Leo. That Leo said, "Oh, you upset? Oh my God, you had a moment." Bitch, watch this. If you thought you was mad, you got to be madder. Redrop it. And there ain't nothing you can do. You can't take it down. You can't do shit because it's on an independent track that you ain't got nothing to do with. Child, she's doing it for Team Leo. So y'all, let's delve into this one. Mike Rubin just had his annual white party. We know the white party kind of like took a hiatus for a second due to somebody being, unruly out in the barnyard. Everybody can't come out of the kennel to go to nice places. So, okay. He invites Clay Thompson and EJ the stylist, who used to be Megan stylist back when all these things happened. If you don't remember who EJ is the stylist who got on the stand and testified that Tory was a good dude. Okay? He actually gave him, a favorable testimony, and he was one of the only people outside of Tory's driver that was sober. That's why his testimony was so important because he didn't drink and he was sober that evening. Now, these two took the cutest, funniest, shadiest, brightest, clearest 8K picture ever at Mike Rubin's white party. At this point, I don't even know who's in Voltron anymore because more members are enrolled every 15 minutes. It's like everybody is literally gathering together for a surprise party that nobody over at Pebble Nation knows about at this time. They all have a secret membership. But what makes it interesting is Jay and Mike Rubin do business together. So, y'all, the reason why I want to tap into this, because how is this going to affect his relationship with Jay? And where are these two going to go? What line is going to be drawn here between Jay and Mike Rubin? Because I don't see Jay telling Mike Rubin what to do. That's a whole nother category right there. That's a whole nother category right there. You might want to ease up, pump your brakes. I don't think you want to give somebody like a Mike Rubin one of them phone calls. So y'all, let's delve into Mike Rubin's white party because I know this is about to be a key, fucking key. Okay, Mike Rubin's white party. I mean, the fact that they got that picture with Clay and EJ is everything. And they knew that that was circulating. Child, we also gonna ask about how the stallion felt about those two being in a picture together. Because I think that picture is why we got people trying to run to her rescue and do PR about her getting pow in the foot. Because now we got that circulating that you got men talking about her getting pow in the foot. He said EJ wasn't going to perjure himself. Um, I think that he gave some really interesting answers that weren't fully explored. Like when he said that, there was what he thought a taser in the bag. I felt like they should have went more in depth and asked, oh, well, what did the taser look like? What color was the taser? Can you describe the shape of the taser? Where was it in the bag? He told you he didn't pack Kelsey's bag. He didn't work for Kelsey. Kelsey packed her own bags, right? So if he saw what looked like a taser in a bag, that means he saw it in Megan's bag because that's my assessment of what he said. He did not pack Kelsey clothes. He didn't work for her. She packed her own. So if he's packing the clothes of the person he works for and he sees what he thinks looks like a taser, that had to be in Megan's bag. So why didn't they ask him what did the taser look like? Can you describe the shape and the color? That could have been the pow pow right there he saw. Because depending on tasers, some of them got handles like a firearm. Some of them are straight up and down, and the prongs are here at the top. So it's like, describe how it looked so we can know what you saw. But y'all, let's get off into Mike Rubin because this is where we gonna get a key to the key. Okay. Let me get a petty deck. Hold on. Uh, all right. Because I want to be able to show everything. Woo! Thank you for the flower. I didn't get to see it, but I see it says sent flower. Say EJ didn't lie and he told the truth, and Megan is mad about that. That's what I believe. Said because the lawyers Tory had were working against him. Well, I mean, the one guy I don't believe worked against him. He didn't have enough time to look over everything. And when he petitioned the court to give him time to look over the evidence, they told him no. He literally had less than 2 weeks to prepare for this case. And when I say less than 2 weeks, like, you got it like in the middle of the week and it's got to be in next week. So he didn't have any time to comb through all that evidence and do private research and, you know, get his PIs and whoever he to, verify the things that were already left behind. So when you don't even have a good 10 days to look at everything the prosecution has, none of that stuff can be verified in a week and a half. They screwed him with that one. Yep, said Sean Holly left because she couldn't get him to take a plea. Yeah, and the new lawyer, I mean, think about that as a lawyer. You like, look, I just found out about this. Can I get a continuance and we come back after I look at all the evidence? They told him no. We should have known it was some BS in that case if you don't want a lawyer to look at all the evidence that y'all have, you know, for the prosecution. Like that, so much was going on with that. But y'all, let's go off into Mike Rubin's white party because I feel like it's about to be a Wayne Dang doodle going on. Show me Mike. Show me Mike Rubin's white party. What was going on with the vibe of the white party? Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is Mike Rubin's energy. Okay. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes. He must be a Nikki fan because Seven of Pentacles. You reap what you sow, better call the seamstress. And he wanted to make sure she reaped what she sowed for the epic betrayal the last time she was invited to his party. So remember when Mike Rubin went on the Breakfast Club and he admonished her for her behavior, and people felt like, he didn't have the right to be in black folk business and say what he said. And then the next thing we know, we got Meek Mills coming to be, his spokesperson to speak hoodernese to everybody and be like, look, he cool people. Maybe he shouldn't have said that, but he rocked with me. But he never forgot that. Like, okay, I can't be in black business. One of these ways, I'm gonna get your ass back. Alleged. So that situation between her and Winnie Harlow had to be epic for it to be stuck in his head this way. She had to really cut up. Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Now, I want y'all to realize Clay being there doesn't seem strange because he is an athlete and he would be someone that would be invited to like a Mike Rubin event because he works in sports and sports betting, things of that nature. Excuse me. So he would have a vested interest in inviting someone like Clay Thompson to the party. It just makes sense. Right. Clay gets invited every year. So ain't that about nothing? We haven't seen Clay at the party, but he gets invited every year. Look at the year he finally decides to accept his invite. I said her nickname needs to be K Taker or Nowhere. So you got the two of swords here, ace of cups. So when he found out her ex love, the person who cut her off was coming. Let's find out. But yes, true. Clay has always been there, so it's not strange, right? It just looked like it was regular work. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So they can't say that this was intentional, even if it was, yeah. If they say that this was intentional, if her fans, get to dragging him and be like, "Oh, y'all just did that trying to get at Megan," it's like this is something that he would have done for work anyway. So, him accepting this offer is not outlandish. Page of Wands and the Death card. Ten of Ten of Wands. Y'all, it feels like this is like the bat signal. Like they're letting her know that, okay, listen, you definitely you not allowed. The Death card, Page of Wands, going in a new direction. It's over for you. And Ten of Wands, like from here on out, I'm gonna make it hard for you. So it looks like Mike Rubin has it in his mind that anything he can do to block a path for her, he will. And this is why I said I want to see what page is he and Jay Z on, because this could be a point of tension for the both of them, because Jay makes money with her, but at the same token, Mike feels like she could have ruined things for him. And how dare she behave like this? I invited you into pretty much into the fold. This is not somewhere where you would have been without, you know, um, my invite, and you did this at my home. Like he feels very, very disgusted and distraught by this. Say, Regina George, you can't sit with us. Nine of Pentacles, the independent woman, Knight of Cups. So yeah, that talks about her getting invited, literally stiff pass. Page of Wands to the Death card. Damn, you blocked from the Met Gala, you blocked from the White Party, you about to be blocked from all these by next week. I don't know. I have to check with them next time I go back. So it just looked like you just racking up do not enter passes. That Mike Rubin, a real billionaire, Cam K playing money games with him. And that's how I want to look at it. The Lovers and the Hangman. Okay. So Gemini season just passed. Okay. That's the Lovers, the Hangman. So she knew by Gemini season, um, it's almost like she may know behind the scenes that it's a chance that she's canceled. Um, but she's not ready to face it, because it's like the public hasn't canceled her yet. So she's holding it together because we the public don't know what's happening behind the scenes. But she seems very stifled behind the scenes. Very literally, very you can't sit with us. Is this seat available? No, no, no. Casper the ghost will be sitting right there. Wish fulfillment. Let's talk about the wish fulfillment. Said the thing is, Clay might play in LA the next NBA season, maybe in the same team as Brandon Ingram, Glow's boyfriend. It will be interesting. Oh, child. It's all getting messy. Lord have mercy. So we got the Four of Wands here, which talks about engagement and stability with family. So um you're gonna see more of Clay and his family, having a good time, looking really good in the press. but it's not going to feel contrived. And it's like it's him turning the narrative before he fades to black. Like he's gonna get to the point to where you see him as this quiet, lovable guy, and then outside of work you don't see him anymore. So he's separating his public persona from his work persona, but he's making sure before he separates the two, he's in good standing with people that actually make things move, things actually make things shake. He's going to make sure he's in good standing with them. So it's like you're going to see, he's never missed a beat. Of course, you're going to have, some birds out here talking about, oh my God, he was at the white party. He would have never been at the party without Megan. And then we'll have to let him know, like, baby, he's been invited every year. He just never wanted to go until he felt like being shady. And real talk, um, why wasn't she there? Oh, that's right. Y'all ain't gonna talk about that. And if y'all notice, Winnie Harlow has been picking up in the news for the last couple of days in the algorithm. So all of the people that she might have a grievance with, it's like they use the news, the algorithm, to push all those people. Like we're all in alliance, the unicorn, the world. So here it is. He's going to make sure, Mike Rubin's going to make sure that when it's all said and done, everything ends in the upright for him and his brand. And child, he about to be petty. He's about to be petty because when you got the unicorn, he's about to hit some people over there in that situation with that vibe of uh, you're not like us. You're not like us. We're real billionaires. We don't forge our paperwork. We're not billionaires just due to, you know, loans and credit and having houses. Like we really have things. Said is when he getting married. I don't know, but damn, Winnie is up if she is. You were trying to get at her and allegedly threaten her out in public. And last year, it may have been over a man allegedly. And this year, she got a man to lock it down. And men just keep releasing your ass on the side of the road like a old hound dog. So yeah, she publicly humiliated and embarrassed this man. And he's like, I want an apology. He didn't get an apology from her. Okay. So he didn't get an apology for her behavior. And he's like, oh, okay, so you're gonna be rude and loud and wrong. I'm gonna make sure that when it's all said and done, you sorry for what you done. So we said Winnie is engaged to Kyle Kuzma. So yes, I guess. Okay. So that sound about right? Damn. It just I know she ain't gonna never want to perform that my man, my man, my man, my man, my baby. Like she gonna never want to perform that song. That ooh, damn, that is sad. And see females out here following behind her. Go ahead, have all your hot girl summers until you start having hot flashes and you realize that you can't keep nobody longer than, a probationary period. After a while, that stuff stopped being cute. Happy, I can't even say it. Have a happy 4th of July as well. Doggone it. Like, she lose everything of the male species. And she had men's keys. She wouldn't be able to keep those either. So you got 10 of cups here. and he's heavily invested. When I tell you Seven of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups, I mean, excuse me, to the Ten of Cups, he's heavily invested. And that's not just about family, that talks about conglomerates and, umbrella companies and those that are under his tutelage, people that he works with. Like he's really getting the tea on her because he feels very, very disrespected. Like, you did all of this, you didn't apologize, you made a mockery of what I'm doing. Like, he really wants her to understand that you don't shit where you sleep. Hey, Universal Homegirl, have a safe weekend for you. You said save you a plate, child. You might get a plate of ice cubes from over here. I got the AC going and a fan, and it won't be 100 degrees in my house. I had every intention, y'all, to go get a Slurpee. I never made it because I had to go outside. Like, I'm not leaving this air conditioner, even though it's air conditioner in the truck. So, yeah, y'all, it looks like he's going to be an active part of canceling Megan Thee Stallion. I got to say, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, because it's like he's going to get her back for the situation that happened at his house. And this talks about self defense, defending yourself from someone that was trying to attack. Okay. So we don't know if it was a tussle over there, but this looked like somebody had to get prepared for self defense. And it was a situation, and he didn't get an apology. And he's like, oh, okay, so you're not going to apologize? Well, don't worry about it. I got you. Said the fact that Glow is going strong with Brandon while Megan is not with Clay anymore. And Meg stands for saying that Glow relationship would have never lasted so long is funny. I mean, I don't even know if I can give a thumbs up right now because he said that his girl be getting on his nerves. I mean, but then again, child, people be married for 30, 40 years and don't be liking each other worth a damn, but they love each other to pieces. So they might have one of those. I don't know. He might just be like Eeyore. But child, she loved that man. And when a Leo loved a man, honey, you can't tell them nothing. Leos love hard. She will punch you in your throat. You say something different. So leave Gloria alone. 'Cause she gonna take it there. And we know he gonna take it there because he was ready to get Clay fighting at work. Yeah. This man wants an apology. Y'all, Mike Rubin said he ain't letting up. He want an apology. You ain't giving one, he gonna make you sorry. She gonna rule the day. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. She made a serious enemy with Mike Rubin. Yeah, conflict in communication. You got the Page of Wands, which talks about going in a different direction now that things have come to an end. The Death card, which is a card of transitioning. Five of Swords, harsh communication. Child, he gonna make sure that he stifle her and she don't have nothing. She's always on the outside looking in. The club look real nice from out here from the curb. Like he gonna make sure that she can't get in. He's gonna if it's a financial opportunity and he could say something to put some salt in it, child, he gonna make sure he throw a whole canister of salt in there because he's still salty about what she did to his white party and his reputation and his name in the industry. And it just like out of all people, you did this at my house. Do you know who I am? Yes, Petty is his name allegedly. And he got the upper hand. He feels some type of way with Beyonce. Like, I don't know if Beyonce suggested that she come along. So, what this gives me is that he gave people chances because she was closer to them. He gave people chances. It was like, well, maybe if you talk to her, well, maybe if you say something to her, well, you black, you say something to her. Like he gave people chances. Was like, well, one of y'all get this wild hyena together, right? And nobody did, and he ain't get his apology, which was his wish fulfillment. But look how angry this person is, and this supposed to be a wish fulfillment. Like, damn it, you gonna do what the hell I said do, or else. And now he's ready for the or else. So it's like now it's like things are moving really, really fast. He's back into his creation mode. He gives me heavy feminine energy. And when you make a feminine energy mad, all types of hell and wrath and you know, I want to say, torrential type watery feelings get involved and child, it get real extra. It get real extra. Queen of Wands. So we're talking about her public persona when you get to Queen of Wands, because that's a fire sign falling under the Four of Wands. Y'all, Mike Rubin better not do this. Any of my people who got your tarot cards, feel free to join me right now because I want to make sure I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, Mike Rubin is about to be the messiest, funniest white man I've seen since Jaquavius Trump. Okay? It looks like he's going to give some kind of allegiance to Nikki in the form of money. Not he gonna find a way to take a picture with Nikki and throw it in her face like you're 2 years ago trash. I'm with the queen of rap. Woo, child. This is hilarious. Y'all let me know if you got your cards with you, if you pulled the same energy. But it looked like he's out for blood. And he's like, listen, you think you gonna play with me? You ain't gonna bow down and kiss the ring. You ain't gonna apologize and you gonna still work. Child, I didn't expect to find this. Megan, you might only had $10 left messing around with Mike. Did you say see Cardi calling herself the queen of rap? Well, I paid her no attention because she had to call herself the queen of rap. You shouldn't have to self-proclaim who you are. The people will make you who you are by supporting you. Say, how you doing, ma'am? I'm doing wonderful. How are you? So I don't see nobody got their cards, but it looks like Mike Rubin is going to find a way to get an allegiance with Nikki. That's going to be, that's going to, I got to tap into that. And I need to find Nikki's cards because if that happens, that's going to be the nuke that hits Pebble Nation and Newsom all at the same time. That would be like adding Thanos, okay? Adding Thanos to Voltron. Now you would have Mike Rubin and you would have Donald Jaquavius Trump and you would have Elon Musk. Oh my God. I'll love you back. Child. Woo, to be Nikki's enemy is nasty. Said if that stage was originally made for Nikki, that's where the Queen of Rap came from. Wasn't meant for Trashy B. Oh, we interesting. So why would he when he and Jay are acquainted? We're about to tap into that. Whether he and Jay are acquainted, Jay does not supersede him. He's one of the people that would co-sign Jay. See, he already had the deals that Jay walked into where they were doing sports betting and they're, dealing with gaming. Jay just got caught up with gaming. He lost his casino bid and he's under investigation. So Mike Rubin could be looking for a way to cut the ties between him and Jay anyway, because whoever's around Jay could still be investigated. Mike Rubin ain't about to lose everything he built for Jay. And him already feeling some type of way towards Megan. Like, who would have expected last year to this year that this would be a thing? Give me something on six. Yeah, Six of Pentacles to the unicorn. Now, y'all know y'all use the unicorn emoji, okay? So, literally, didn't I just tell y'all he could give a business proposal, which would put money in her pocket? There's the unicorn right there, Six of Pentacles. And this is like paying somebody, like, oh, we'll just contribute to whatever, charity or whatnot that you're a part of. We'll give a huge donation on behalf of you. It's like something that aligns with her that would lead back to people who would be able to see it and be like, wait a minute, isn't that Mike Rubin's people? Like, he it's more of like a status symbol or something to let it be known, well, I'm on what you on, the Empress. I keep telling y'all, she's no longer the queen of rap. She's the Empress. Empress supersede kings and queens. There go, there go the sirens. Said Congress calling for depositions about the F files from Camel. He's probably being investigated. Oh, he's being investigated several times over. Congress wants to talk to him about the F files. He's currently being investigated by the gaming board because they want to know if he and Beyonce may have allegedly been bribing people for casino bids, which could be considered a federal felony. So, child, it's a lot going on right now. Ace of Cups. Like, he feels like he genuinely had love for her. He was very kind to her, and she humiliated the hell out of him. Can somebody show me footage of the party? Because I need to see what she did. Okay, we got more sirens and they flashing lights. It had to be bad. Now the rumor was somebody was going to call the police. They had to break them up, and it took several people to restrain Megan. That was the rumor. We don't know because we didn't see it. But to see the Five of Cups to the Ace of Cups, it's like I genuinely showed you love. Like I treat y'all like family. And you brought her in here and she humiliated me. So he's carrying this energy from that white party when Megan came, and he hasn't gotten his apology. He's very sensitive. Mike Rubin is like, listen, if I allow you into my home, you should know how to conduct yourself. I treat everybody well. How dare you get in my house and do X, Y, and Z? How how dare you come in here and act like an animal? Right. The story is she tried to fight Wendy over support and Tory. Right. So he don't see it for her. Like, you caused him heartbreak and he wants to see you go down for swords. So we, like I said, we know that they took a hiatus with the party, and it's like, you know, he's looking at the wounded warrior. Somebody may have, possibly, he's looking at somebody could have possibly gotten hurt if they jumped in between it. Like, she really traumatized this man from what I'm looking at. He felt disrespected. And it's like whatever he saw, he ain't never saw nothing like this. And it feels like he done seen some things. He's been to some shindigs, he's had some shindig. He's not big on somebody getting intoxicated and talk a little loud and something like that, or somebody dropped a glass. He's not big on that. Whatever she did, it stuck like thick bricks. Like this, he can't get over this. So he totally sees her behavior as scandalous and disrespectful. Here it is, the ultimate betrayal. He's gonna make sure she forever ostracized. He don't care if she lose everything. He is pissed. Y'all see this? Ultimate betrayal. And the ultimate betrayal was he was like, you want to continue to work? You know, we're working together. I need an apology from her. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Said, no, Mike Rubin is above Summer J. He helped him. Mike do not need him or his lace front. No, he does not. No, he does not. Mike Rubin is the mover and shaker he needs to be aligned with, not the other way around. So yeah, so here it is. Wish fulfillment. So he got his party back to where he likes to have his party. It looked like it was a lot of conversation, and she was the topic of several conversations, and he made sure these conversations went because he got the juice. He want to know everything he can know about her. He's been keeping his eye on all these cases. Child, he got his popcorn. He waiting for her demise. He ain't saying nothing publicly, but he's waiting for her demise. He's been pissed ever since. Yeah, you got the Leo, the Four of Cups. So, he was told to reject the Leo. Okay. He was told to reject the Leo. These conversations got interesting. Okay. When I tell you everybody was sipping and spilling tea, everybody was sipping and spilling tea at this white party at Mike Rubin's house, child. And it seemed like that night where everything jumped off and all the things with her attitude or personality, the things she may allegedly do while drinking, it was the topic of discussion. And it seemed like everybody was in agreement. Like, oh yes, it's a problem. It was this, it was that. People was getting pulled to the side to have conversations. Like, I couldn't imagine what you went through. She ran through here like a wild wildebeest. I couldn't imagine what she was doing over there with you. Ooh, child. This is not how you bring people together. Looks like Tori definitely was a topic of discussion. Yeah, King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Child Mike Rubin was gathering all types of tea. He was getting his intel. Okay. He was going back down memory lane, Six of Cups, the King of Pentacles. He was walking around this party, checking on everybody, making sure everybody was okay, getting, his cup of tea refilled from conversation to conversation. This is interesting. Said Tori, Winnie, and Glow are all Leos interesting. And these problems, Leos and Gemini's been their downfall. Said, whoa, embarrassing. He's holding a grudge forever. Shout out to Leslie. Well, I mean, I can't tell nobody how long to be mad. If somebody come to your personal house, not just your business, but we're talking about come to your house, your domicile, and they cut a fool at your house to the point to where they're gonna physically harm somebody at your house, and it's the first time you allowed them to come to your house, you got the right to be upset. So you got the Two of Wands here and the Wheel of Fortune. So it looks like they got to that bag talk and they got to talking about how she's making certain decisions to get to the bag to get money. Child, they was spilling all her tea. It looks like, people were having, how do I say this? They were having, you have people that had coded conversations. I can't say certain things, but if you pick up what I lay down, you got that? Oh, okay. Like it was a lot of that going on. It was a lot of what don't need to be said is understood. And then it's like if you know, I'm gonna slide something up under the table and then boom. But it's like Mike got money, so he don't care about getting caught up in nobody deposition. He like, please be dumb enough to contact somebody and take me to court. It would be a nightmare. the magician. He makes a lot of things happen because of his influence and his money. And child, she got beef with him. Like what Cardi B say, you got beef with me, you got beef forever. But it seems like he tried to, get to an understanding, apology. Let's talk. Like what happened? What's going on? But there was no apology. And it was just like, I can't believe you disrespected my house like that. It's like whatever happened that night made him delve into Tory's case, and he want all the tea. He want everything. Because it's like if you did all of this at my house, I need to know what set you off. So here it is, the party card and gossip. Three of Cups fall under Five of Cups and Ace of Cups. So this talks about, being publicly humiliated in front of people that you love. Like you really, really challenged my reputation and everything that I built. And he wants the truth. He wants everything on her. Child, I didn't expect none of this. And I ran out of water. Butler, like I live with somebody. Child, wait a minute. I didn't expect none of this, but I'm not shocked because from what I saw at the last party, whatever happened, whatever she did, it took a lot to keep people quiet, but people whisper. Like people who know people, they was whispering, like, bitch, you ain't gonna believe what happened. What happened? Child, look, I can't text you. I'm about to FaceTime you. Like people was talking. Said it's a pattern she has, so that Winnie Harlow situation was real. It really looks like it. It really looks like it because it looks like it was so toxic. It left such a bad taste in Mike Rubin's mouth that he's like, listen, I'm not going to actively come for you, but I'm going to gather, whatever I need to gather, and I'm going to just wait. I'm going to just sit on it and I'm going to see what happens. So is he MR like the younger version of Clive Davis? I mean, we're talking about billionaires. There's no telling. Yeah. See, here's the interesting thing. You got the hermit here, Dark Night of the Soul, being ostracized, being alone, right? This is Megan, the moon. Child, it's like she didn't even know that she might be blacklisted. Like this was news to her. So she's about to go through this dark night of the soul. Like, here it is. She wants to drop this album. The white party would have been a perfect place for her to go to play new music and to get acclimated, rub shoulders in the industry. It's gonna be hard for her pushing this next album because it looks like she got people that are going to, talk to their people and tell them like, if such and such and so do this, she ain't got no budget, charge her this, or tell her that you've already booked it and I'll book it. It's that type of stuff. Said Jay was there, Megan wasn't, Winnie was there with Sierra. Okay, see what I mean? I don't even know who was all there because I didn't look at the pictures. But think about how awkward that was for Jay. Jay had to be in a room full of people talking and he knew what the topic was, but he had to just play it cool. Also, this is another reason why Jay would have to cut her off because he needs to be with the shiny people. And he can't afford to lose the shiny people because they don't like her and she ain't making him enough money to keep him afloat. So, man, oh man, Eight of Cups. Yeah, walked away from her. Seven of Cups. I mean, Seven of Swords. Everybody strategically just dropped her. She didn't see it coming. She, y'all, she ain't seen it coming. She's about to find out this next season of Dragon Ball Z, the court edition. She's gonna look for the same support she been getting, and they gonna hit her with, "Baby girl, you got it from here. We've helped you long enough. This is not Rock Nation business." You got to handle that yourself. You're an independent entity. Said, I feel like this album is going to do worse than the last. If it does worse than the last and she get a Jay-Z feature, dog, that's going to look horrible for Jay-Z. How many flops are you going to have back to back? Said, oop, now she's like a wild dog. Got to keep her on a leash. That's exhausting as fuck. We got to say allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Said Clay was there with the biggest smile I've ever seen on his face. I just said that. Like Clay could have been on a Kool-Aid commercial. That I ain't never seen that man so damn happy. Said she was gonna get a bigger sympathy wig. Child, she would have to get one the size of a damn baseball field and just lay in it. It ain't enough no more. Said Clay was there, yeah. Said can the said can't use bots, so this album definitely will flop hard as fuck. Woo! Think about that, y'all. Couldn't use bots and Jay went 29K. What would he have gone if he could use bots? Is that the real reason that his wife is not putting out her album right now? Because they're under investigation and they can't use bots? We would find out how many of her people actually buy her albums versus what we've been told. Oh, we said I feel like she and Cardi have personality and behavior disorders, in my opinion. Well, damn, damn, damn. Allegedly, allegedly. Said, wait, that's Jay's number. Yes, those are Jay's real numbers. Those are Jay's real numbers. Now, he sold more than Lizzo, but he got outsold by Lotto. Y'all better leave Lotto's 33K alone. She outdid the Jigga Man. We got exposure here, and we got the Night of Swords. Yes, baby, they got down to the meat of things. So I'm about to dig off into him and Jay-Z's relationship. Let me clear my table because Jay had to feel like he was standing in a pot of boiling water while the walls was getting smaller. Because what I'm getting right here is everybody was on one accord, and child, it's like the tension for him would have been thick. Ooh, and just think how betrayed Megan feels. I know she feel backdoor. Okay, I know she feel backdoor because Jay, what are you doing over there at a party with Clay and with EJ and everybody that don't like me, and all of y'all took pictures for the whole world to see? Child, show me Mike Rubin and Jay Z. Show me Mike Rubin and Jay Z. Damn, it went face down. So here's the party. So it was like, okay, this is family, the love of the love, 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 love. If somebody doing firecrackers, go sit your ass down and just stop raining. Like literally, stop raining 5 minutes ago. Somebody outside with fireworks. So they kept up appearances. They kept up appearances. It's all love. But behind the scenes, Ten of Wands, it's a very strenuous situation. And Mike Rubin has always had the upper hand, but he's definitely got the upper hand now because Jay needs Mike Rubin way more than Mike Rubin will ever need Jay. I said, do you know how much of a drunk you have to be to make Mike Rubin not like you? That's embarrassing. Listen, that's what I said. Like Mike Rubin is not approved. He's seen some things. Like, ain't no telling who to stood on the couch and did what's his name? Talking about fuck your couch. Ain't no telling who done did the fuck your couch and possibly went and peed in the corner in one of his plants. Like he has seen some things. And it just feels like the bigger picture was the disrespect was like, oh, you're not gonna apologize? Yes, Rick James. He didn't seen the Rick James. The people with their feet on the couch and got drunk and then come get your friend. Said Mike don't understand ghetto, he's too rich. most ghetto people ain't gonna let you disrespect them either. Go to a house party, go to a kickback, and it's your first time coming, and you get drunk and try to fight the flyest girl at the party. That's gonna make any guy say, get that motherfucker up out of here. I don't care who it is, because I ain't never seen you before, and you're coming to my house. Anybody gonna feel some type of way you come to their house like that. So you got the five of swords here and the unicorn. So that right there tells me the unicorn means that Mike Rubin literally owns and runs the room, not just because it's his house, but he's a very powerful person. He's a one of a kind person. We're going to get into Mike Rubin and find out why he's a one of a kind person. Maybe a one of a kind plug. I don't know, but he's the unicorn. Okay. Five of swords. So he knew he had to watch his mouth because you've got the ten of wands to the five of swords, which means he's been literally like feeling like he's walking on hot glass ever since the stallion got the bucking and acting the fool, and they had to go and put her back in the damn stable. So it's been a complicated relationship with them ever since that event. But they make a lot of money together. So it Mike Rubin was like, I'll move on towards victory as long as we're still getting money. So, when it come down to money, people ain't got to like each other as long as the money is money and it is what it is. Yes, child, they doing a whole fireworks show. They Somebody probably came out with a, dryer and blow dried the damn fireworks. Queen of Wands. Once again, the unicorn. So he's like he's taking it personal, and it's because I don't think like Megan knows he's rich, but she has no concept of powerful. Like she has it in her mind that Beyonce and Jay-Z were like the most powerful people ever because of how she looked at their clout. She doesn't understand who Mike Rubin is yet. She knows he's wealthy, but she doesn't understand how he's plugged in and what position he really played. And this is about to really, really be interesting. Didn't I tell y'all he was gonna make sure, he got the tea on her? Knight of Pentacles, like she ain't been getting as much work. Like situations been dragging out. He knows she need to get to the money. What the heck is going on here? What's going on here? So it's like when you got a ten of pentacles to a knight of pentacles, um, this is showing me Mike Rubin knows that Jay-Z is not making the money they used to make. They were supposed to be making a lot of money with this whole gaming thing that they got. Um, Now the chariot doesn't just represent a vehicle. This also talks about, investigation, police getting involved, looking into the money. So he may know that Jay is already under investigation. He may even know he's about to be under another investigation. They said that is the truth. Heartbreak. So he knows what's coming to Jay. He just hasn't told him yet. This feels very, very Godfather Scarface type energy to where somebody give you that kiss on the cheek, and then next thing you know, they just watch you go straight up in flames. Said in her stands are convinced that she's a good person off camera. I mean, most of Hollywood are not good people off camera. Most wealthy people can have nasty attitudes. Just is what it is. Five of Cups. See how this keeps coming out and it keeps falling in the same position. That which means when it comes down to it, it still goes back to humiliation, public humiliation. Um, if you think that Jay Z is someone that gets drunk off of power, meet Mike Rubin, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Child Mike Rubin, Ooh, it's a very, very tense relationship with these two. So it's like he allows Jay to still come to the event. So everybody thinks that it's business as usual, but it's something going on with, the money. Like it gaming gets a lot of money. I don't know what his sign is. The Knight of Pentacles, this is not going the way that it's supposed to go. And it looks like ever since they started looking into Jay, money been slowing down. And he's all about his money. Mike is a Leo. Get out of here. No wonder. Child, how did how did she manage to piss off every Leo that she has ever met in life? Because it seemed like she just, you a Leo, let me just ruin your whole entire existence. Said Mike Rubin is an elite player in the game, basically. Right, 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 right. That's why I said she has no idea what his reach is or who he really is. Jay can't afford to fall out with Mike Rubin, not just because they do business with one another, but Mike Rubin, literally, he fall out with Mike Rubin, it's over for him. Mike Rubin will destroy him. He can't afford to fall out with Mike Rubin. Mike Rubin was looking at um and I got to say this for entertainment purposes only. All things said are alleged. And child, Mike Rubin is mad at him because it's like, you're slowing down my business. You got them people looking over here. If it wasn't for what you got going on, they wouldn't be looking into my stuff. He said Google said he's a Pisces. Hold on. I'm going to wait till it pop back up. He said, oh, well, it's interesting now. Damn. It's like he's making it hot. Jay-Z is making the block hot. So it's like they need this to wrap up and be over with fast. Five of Pentacles. We not about to lose everything because of you. Your money is your money. My money is my money. You're not about to mess up what I got going on. Born August 14th, 1972. Mike Rubin, 53 years old. Okay. So if we do his numerology, we got 14, that represents 5. 8 plus 5, that's 13. That goes down to 4. 19, that the 1 and the 9 equals 10, which goes to 1 because zeros don't count. Okay. 6, 7 and 2 is 9. 9 plus 6 is what, 15. 15 reduces down to 6. His 8 is 8. I mean, his age is 8. 8 is infinity. So, child, he's gonna have a problem with Mike Rubin for a very long time. Okay, so I don't know which one of those are actually his birthday. Yeah, I'm seeing Leo. I'm seeing July 21st, Pisces. I mean, not Pisces, excuse me, Cancer. So either way it goes, cancers can be very sensitive. Famous cancer that gets sensitive but plays the dozens like no other, 50 Cent. Okay. So, if you think about if he embodies the energy from both, you got deep in your feelings, heart get broken, and then you get mad, and then there go your pride. Either one is not a good combination. But I said that he has more feminine energy around him. So if he is a Cancer, that would be the more feminine energy. And 50 is under that same energy, and 50 is the petty goat. So it makes sense. It makes total sense. It depending on where his birthday falls. And it's like now he need results. He closed this situation out. So now we understand why they gotta allegedly drop somebody and this person is losing support. It looks like Mike Rubin may have told him that if he don't get rid of Megan, it's gonna be smoke in the city. So Jay didn't just, he's not just letting go of her because she's bad for business for him. It looks like the elites want him to get rid of her and do whatever needs to be done to close out this cycle because too much light is being shined on them. Okay, so you bringing a flashlight to traffic allegedly. Doggone it. Ten of Cups. This is making it hard on his whole family. Ten of Cups to the Ten of Wands. Yeah, they struggling. And I did the rest of his family show up to the white party? Was Bay there? Was Mama Tina there trying to force people to eat that slumbo? So they're only good when they're not emotional because they're petty as hell and they love to teach you a lesson. That is true. He said no problem through right threw her in the bushes. Not threw her in the bushes. Damn, that's like Homer Simpson. Threw her in the bushes. Damn. Ooh, mercy. Heartbreak. So this is like regretfully, we have to inform you. This is a message coming through that's gonna bring heartbreak, conflict in communication. Either you tell her or I'm gonna tell her. Damn, this sounds like when your parents tell you, you gotta tell them, My mama said we can't be friends no more. Don't call my house. Now he forced you to break up and cut ties, or else they gonna go in a different direction, and that's gonna be his wish fulfillment, and the money leaves if you have to leave this opportunity. Child, Lord have mercy. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta take a petty commercial break. Let me run to the restroom. I'll be right back, everybody. Ah! All righty, y'all. I'm back. Let me fill my wall. Uh-oh. Y'all. Okay. I didn't expect this to be this interesting, y'all. I promise you I didn't. But this takes it into a whole nother dynamic. Thank y'all for being patient. All righty. Show me the Queen of Wands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Joey. Show me the Queen of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, you got the death card, which is the card of transition. Something has to end for something to begin, or just you got to cut something short. Period. The independent woman, so that would be independent artist. The lovers. So child lovers represents Gemini and also a possible lover. Oh, what? Oh shit. So I think Batman is a Leo because he moves in silence for sure. And he always fine when he show up to the party. Let's not forget his fashion. Because a Leo man, when they really put it on, they put it on. Yes, Aja. Oh hell. Aja, I'm gonna read the cards and then you tell me what you get out of this. The Queen of Wands, the Death card, the Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords. That Sonique, Solonique, I hope I'm saying that right, sweetheart. You're absolutely correct. So as a Leo, we can hold shit in for mad long. And when we finally decide to go, pop goes the weasel. Heaven help you, because hell is going to even leave the room. Said Tori used to be dressing. Oh, he really about to pop out. Said Leo's strike when the iron is hot. Yep. Akbar V. You had a whole meltdown and Akbar redropped the song. Like, oh, you was mad? Watch this. Said my Leo son will not be going out looking like any kind of way. He has a problem. Said it was for old and the new, as my grandmother would say. See, ooh, you said secret lovers. Listen. Ooh. I just said what I just look at. But whatever it is, you better end it. Damn, Mike, you got that much pool? So y'all know this is also a card that talks about video, not just message. what what the hell is going on? Did somebody do some weird stuff at the party and didn't know that they was on camera? There's cameras all around wealthy people's houses. Did you do something strange in the corner? Knight of Pentacles. Lord have mercy. Y'all, something strange happened because you got Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Like ever since the authorities got involved, once again, it's been slowing down their money. What do y'all really do that the authorities getting involved with you slow down their money? Because a casino or gaming business that you got to get a license for is supposed to be on the up and up. Thank you, beautiful. So happy Friday. Just got here. But happy to be here as always. Hold on. Happy to be here as always. Thank you, Angel, for putting your time and energy to this. You are greatly appreciated. I appreciate every last one of you. Much love to you. Six of Wands. He's ready to move forward towards victory. So whatever is going on with Jay, it's like you better wrap this up. And he's very okay. So this is a Cancer card. Remember, I said feminine energy, Queen of Cups. He's very intuitive. So he knows what's coming to Jay. So it looks like Mike Rubin wants to tie up some loose ends before something comes out. Y'all, if Mike Rubin somehow, some way may have seen alleged footage of what happened with Tori, oh my God. We got to remember this man is a billionaire. He keeps a friend that got an ear to the street. Billionaires are very resourceful. Okay. I almost felt like I should have had this one on Twitch. I didn't know it was going to go here. Chariot. Yeah, he needs him to move this along quick, fast, in a hurry. We're in chariot season now, and it's like he's trying to tie up as many loose ends before the truth come out. Ace of Swords is the next row. King of Cups. He's very deep in his feelings. He's like keeping his mouth shut. Like he wants to make sure that everybody stays quiet because he don't need nothing said that's going to come back to him and affect him. Damn. Guess he just dropped her off and decided we're gonna keep going. My tarot people, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I'm gonna see who pick up on this. This is what led it. Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I don't see y'all saying nothing. I'm gonna wait to see if y'all pick up on this. Oh my God. It does look like he may have seen or may have access to footage. Oh, that's so cute. Where'd the fortune cookie come from? I just spill it. Yes. Yes. I said, I know I can't be crazy. I know I can't be crazy. I don't want to say this out loud. Y'all look in the comments. Somebody may have mentioned what I might have saw. Hurry up and look in the comments. Oh, oh, this got turned up to 10,000. Oh my God. I didn't think what I said was somebody doing something strange in the corner and you got video of it. I didn't think that's what that was going to be, allegedly. Oh, we make love in the club. Oh, damn. Damn. Damn, Gina. Yes, Aja. Now that reference, and think about it. That's somebody else that be around Mike Rubin. Oh my God. Oh my God. Voltron. What's happening? Ooh, many things can come out with money. Child, what? Public humiliation and regret, disgrace. Yes, 5 of cups. That would definitely be a 5 of cups, child. Ooh, that's a hell of an ace in the hole. How the fuck you get that? He got his own trump card, y'all. You gonna do what I tell you to do, or else. I'm anxiety because you know he has the power to humiliate you publicly. Oh, wow. You've been looking all your life for a black person to possibly have it and drag your ass to hell. Never expected it was going to be from another community, allegedly. Child, I'm afraid of islands at this point. Frosty. I'm afraid of islands at this point. These folks were islands, baby. Oh, my God. Ooh, child. What? Knock me over with a feather. But don't wrap me up in plastic. It's too hot to be feeling brand new. I just got the right temperature with my air conditioner. Knight of Swords, message coming through. Empress. I'm gonna see who really intuitive tonight. Message going to the Empress. You reap what you sow. Get a seamstress. What? Baby, gotta line Nikki in a very interesting circle. See, you can get anything with the right influence and the right amount of money. That's why God chose MAGA to move like the hand of God to get things done. Because the president that we got in office doesn't think like a president. He thinks like Mike Rubin. Yeah, Jay, you got to feel like pasta in a hot boiling pot of water right now. You got to feel like what a lobster feel like when he go in that water alive and it just get the water just get to heating up and heating up and heating up. Said Mike Rubin like Young Money, that's why Wayne always there. Like I said, Mike Rubin ears stay to the street. Oh my God. He's not just a businessman. Who know who Trump's best friend was who he did business with for over 20 years? I'm gonna see how well y'all know Trump. I'll give you one clue. He was from the boxing world. That's right, Whispers. That used to that used to be a slogan. That's right, Don King. They worked together for decades. So think about Don's personality and think about Trump's personality. Could you imagine how off the wall those conversations were? Both of them didn't give a damn about nothing. That's like Archie Bunker and what's his name? George Jefferson. Archie Bunker and George Jefferson, if they were billionaires. Could you imagine? See, for all the people that want to call Trump racist, Trump was always in the hood. He was always around black people. Him being in Atlantic City, hosting those pageants, always being around the boxers, the fight promoters, the two Dons. That's right. Now that would be a heck of a reading to put in membership. Let me know if y'all want it. The two Dons. And Gemini and a Leo, you can't out shit talk to both of them. A Gemini and a Leo, I imagine their conversation sound like Ric Flair talking to Jeezy. Could you imagine, like literally, 50 Cent talking to Ric Flair or Ray J talking to Ric Flair? Like them had to be those had to be the craziest money making conversations ever. Said Trump was, that's right. Trump was funding black businesses when nobody else would. Chicago knows that. Said my hubby is a Leo and he has the gift of gab. We listen. The majority of Leos are one of the biggest shit talkers you'll ever meet. Very charismatic. I'm a Leo. Said, sure you can't. I can. I love my Leo sisters and brothers. We literally be the best of friends, and we're amazing in business. So imagine, like these two work together for multiple decades. Geminis are like thinkers. If a Gemini centers their thoughts and decides to work in business, they're going to make a lot of money. Leos attract money. So the both of them together, they got to the bag. And we'll probably never know how much money the both of them really made together because they want to keep the government out their business. So I would love to look at what the relationship was really between the both of them. So I find this interesting. Literally. Uh-oh, wait a minute, Erin. Don't do me like that. Message is going to the Empress. Okay. Message is going to the Empress. I told y'all a very long time ago when y'all was like Kelsey was the one telling Nikki everything. I told y'all, I said Kelsey is the least of anybody's concern or worries. Nikki has, you know, confidence in very high and low places. You would be shocked at who actually is getting in the paint and talking to Nikki and finding out what's going on and telling her what the bigger picture is. You'd be very surprised. Hell, this is surprising to me. But when I look at the grand scheme of things, it's not because Jay just literally brought a whole entire spotlight over to this man's business, which is going to jeopardize his portfolio. Yeah, judgment. 10 of wands, 10 of cups, judgment. He like, no, they can come and get you and your family. I'm going to make sure that my investments are good. Okay, so you got the moon here, which talks about, more things to come. Also, secrets around different, opportunities, things that they're working on, things to come. So, yeah, like I said, opportunities, ways he gets money, your ships coming in, shipments, things of that nature. However, his commerce works. He wants to keep his anonymity. Said I believe it when I saw her with Elon, baby. I gagged again. I'm like, my sis is making major moves. Listen, God is sitting her at tables that he can't even afford to walk into the room to sit in. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Mike Rubin is like, I'm going to have to go in a different direction to protect everything that I've amassed. It's the end of the road. Y'all, Ruben is about to cut him off. That's what this looks like. All things said are alleged and for entertainment purposes only, allegedly. Lots of confusion around what happened. And it seems like everything popped off when somebody was under the influence, because this is the card of being inebriated. This also means that somebody may have been under multiple substances. And that is very intriguing because that means that you may have done more than just one thing. You may not have just been drunk. I mean, let's be honest. If she was over there drinking that Sir Davis, she was spitting mad drunk allegedly, because people got to realize when you drink whiskey, whiskey goes straight through. Like whiskey hits your bloodstream fast, right? I know I'm a whiskey drinker. So whiskey hits your bloodstream fast. So when we think about, her drinking Sir Davis is like the profile. Damn. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's a lot of sirens going off. I don't know what's going on, but I'm in the house. That's all that matters. So the profile is like Japanese whiskey. Japanese whiskey is more like Scotch. So if you're not a Scotch drinker, child, it'll put you on your ass. Okay. So if she was drinking that got into her system real fast and it did her worse than Hennessy, I am literally going to be screaming in my spirit if she was drinking Sir Davis, got turned up, and then got the windmill. Not Sir Davis give you wings, allegedly, if for entertainment purposes only. Yep, the hermit. I need you to go ahead and wrap this up, handle this fast, get her out of here as soon as possible before the police have to get here. Ooh, said whiskey is strong as fuck. I can't drink that. Baby, that's my thing. Give me a large cube of ice, double shot of whiskey or a double shot of scotch. I'm ready. It shit. You open Hennessy, I'm leaving. Telling you that right now. Me and Hennessy will not be down to the precinct. I don't know what's in Hennessy that said, you heard her? That bitch was talking about you. I know you heard that. You should go over there and handle it. And then nothing good happens from that point on out. So yeah, he's ready to get balanced through a new beginning. He knows that these court proceedings are going to expose a lot. He said, I love it. Said facts. I don't do mixed drinks. They make you sick. You wake up the next morning and be swearing you about to die a little bit. And then you lie to God. You just saved my life. They do one time, I never drink again. And then the next week you right back at it, depending on how bad it was. Seven of Swords. Yeah. It's like he's being strategic because he feels backdoor. So it's like, this is a man who pride you really don't want to hurt. And it's like Jay is very, very nervous. Let me pull out Jay's cards. Hold on. Because I want to pull out Jay's cards to go on Jay's side of this, because I don't want to be one sided, because this is getting interesting. Said I can't get into alcohol. I mean, it's not for everybody. And the good thing is, you know what it is you can do and can't do. Said head spinning and nausea. That sweet stuff will do it every time. You'll wake up and be trying to, figure out if somebody put something in there to make it worse than what it was, and it's that sugar. Sugar do you real dirty. Said I hate whiskey. I mean, hey, to each his own. It depends on what you tried. All I can tell you is I don't drink cheap. As my father said, you drink too cheap, you got low self-esteem. Like, what the hell type of shit is that to tell somebody? If you drink too cheap, you got low self-esteem. I looked at your drink and I could tell you didn't love yourself. Oh. Yeah, he really said that. I was like, what? So they can't, you can't hang out with nobody that drink nothing like that. They don't love themselves. Ooh, ooh. So I'm gonna start telling people that for real, for real. Listen, shoot, you go too low on that shelf. You're like, wait a minute now, your self-esteem must be messed up. Woo! So first card out for first card out for the Jigger Man, the devil. This talks about obsession, compulsion, and evil deeds. Damn, the emperor. So here's the clash, right? Okay. Jay wants us to know that he's that dude, okay? But he can't play, that's what I meant to say. He can't play big bank takes little bank with Mike. Okay? That's not gonna work here. He, Mike is not like, his buddies that he hangs out with. Said, okay, babies are down and I'm off to work. I'm back. Yay! So you got the nine of pentacles here, the nine of wands, independent woman, the wounded warrior. Okay. So it's like he's trying to drag stuff out with a potential female who, is supposed to be the wounded warrior. We might not win the battle, but we're gonna win the war. He's still expecting this to work out in their behalf with Megan. So it looks like he's trying to tell him, like, we got the hang of this, we got this. This ain't no big deal. We do this every day, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the conversation is, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know. I wasn't there. But Mike is over it. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with her. He's telling him to release her. It's like Mike is his intuition is telling him, like, this is gonna be your downfall. This is the nail in the coffin. Princess of Swords. So this talks about messages coming in about a wish fulfillment. So it's like he's telling him, like, look, we got this, we got this. This is gonna work out for us. We wait for this message to come in, we gonna get this, blah, 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 blah. Five of Swords. So he's doing whatever he gotta do to try to be strategic. Um, and this is letting me know that once again for eons, he's very, very proud because he feels like we've had the upper hand for a very long time, right? Interesting. Okay. So I'm also looking at when I line his cards up with Mike. You've got the Ten of Pentacles to the Page of Wands to the Wheel of Fortune to Jay's card, which is the Seven of Swords. Child, that means there's a lot more to be looked at when it comes to the both of them and how these two actually do work together, what they really do, how does their business work, how they make their money. Five of Pentacles, the universe. So what Jay doesn't expect is to get ostracized and to go broke, allegedly for entertainment purposes. So when he got up on that stage talking about the rock ain't crumbling, the rock must be crumbling because why did you address that publicly? And this keep coming out. I keep seeing issues with income, um, going broke, possibly broke. It's like it's on its way. If it had to happen, it feels like it's definitely coming. Ace of Pentacles in the Chariot. So this is like he's in a position where the authorities are coming in to look at his businesses, his records, his money, and that aligns up here with this role where I got the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups with Mike Rubin. So that right there is back to back. That's showing me that there is an investigation coming, something into his business. Might have something to do with Rhea as well. Something he's doing with business. It's going to be an investigation. They're going to be investigating the money in his whole entire family. How does Mike? Is this a hunch or does Mike actually know this? Seven of Wands. So Jay feels he's defensive. He feels defensive. Princess of Cups. So he definitely does not have the upper hand in this relationship with Mike. Y'all, it's once again, this is kind of weird. I'm not used to seeing, Jay-Z cower or buckle, but energetically, like it's not as bad as it was before Eminem. Like he really cowered and buckled energetically under Eminem. But this is a quiet, silent type of control. This is that you got to come in and lower your voice, speak at a audible type of voice, speak clearly, enunciate, like sit up with your back straight. We're about to have tea. I want to talk to you while we have tea. Would you like a glass of bourbon? Like, what would you like to drink? I'm going to give you hospitality while I give you the rules. But it feels mafioso. Four of Wands. So he's trying to maintain his stability, but there's an adjustment here. Things are not the way that they used to be. Said allegedly, same thing he was trying to do with the casino. He's trying to do with Fenty, clean his money. Allegedly. Oh, Queen of Cups. I just said Ree might be involved. Here's the Queen of Cups. So he needs. Why my throat is itching? Ree, the spirit of exposure is all over him. Yeah, my throat really got dry out of nowhere. He's trying to control her, keep her close, because she's the skeleton key that unlocks everything with him. And there's something about this public humiliation. He's got lots of anxiety, Seven of Swords, some sneaky things you've done. Mm, that was real weird. Oh, that was real weird. Um, Damn. You got lust and Two of Cups. Lust falls under the devil. Yeah, baby. Mike Rubin is a quiet gangster. Okay. He's a quiet gangster. See all that talking loud and all that bravado, identifying yourself to the authorities when things happen. That's not his way. This is the person that'll sit you down at the table, lean in and say something real quiet with a smile on their face. And you like, did you just threaten me? No, I didn't threaten you. I just told you how things were going to go. Mike has a lot of information on him. And I mean more information than he knows. He's the type of man that he researches you before he does business with you. And this isn't a researches you to see what your business portfolio is like. He researches your whole entire life. If you're getting involved with his money, he's getting involved with your business. Fortune, Princess of Cups. Y'all, it seems like the majority of his wealth is tied into Rihanna some kind of way. I gotta say, for entertainment purposes, allegedly, 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 sounds like the Clive Davis type of move. Like I said, the silent gangster. Said I like that. So no, he's only trying to control and block the competition. His wife, BS Products. I hope it don't go through. Well, it hasn't gone through yet. He's waiting on the message to go through. He's really, really got the big head on this one. He's it's almost like he's guaranteed his family that he got this one in the bag. Seven of swords, seven swords, seven of swords, Queen of Wands. Sneaky things that you've done to a Queen of Wands, backdoor and a Queen of Wands to cause her public humiliation. Poverty. Show me the Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords. So it looks like allegedly they want to leave. Exodus that talks about leave the country behind, but they don't have the money that people think they got. Five of Pentacles is like they could practically be cash poor, allegedly. So, Angel, do you think ASAP is Rihanna's handler? I don't think he's on the level to be her handler. Do I think that he's a detriment to her though? Yes. Yes. Do I think that she's eventually going to leave him because he's not what she needs? That he's easy to be controlled and he will go with whatever he needs to go with because he's for himself? Yes, I do believe that. So I think that's why he signed Tyler. We're going to get off into that too. Um, we only got a little bit more time on here, and then we're going to continue the show on Twitch. So all of you, I want to say I'll give it to 11:15. I'm going to stay on here till 11:15. After 11:15, excuse me, you got to meet me on Twitch. We're about to really, really get into some grown folks conversation on Twitch because this is getting real deep. We're definitely going to go off into why he signed Tyler. Because it's like if Tyler's supposed to be the new Rihanna, then it's like why is she really being picked? Is it for the entertainment? Is it for some adult purposes that we might be talking on? They did sign Ira Star. I'm saying both of them. They did sign Ira Star. It's kind of weird. They got both the A-pop girls. So he's standing his ground. Seven of Wands. He doesn't want to face that he doesn't know which way to go. He has to make this adjustment. The Hermit. So it's like in case of emergency, break the glass. All you gotta do is just go get his wife. It's like it's worked before. Like, when he first got with her and they popped out in '03 and they told people they were together. It was like he was rebranding himself, repackages himself through her. She's always the one that he uses to smooth everything over. Said the light some Palo Santo angel. I'm about to light some sage in a minute, and because my I'm gonna clear this out. This is going in a whole nother direction. I just wanted to know what was going on at the party, but it's like now that we're going off into their relationship and how the dynamic is about to change, it's like Jay getting in trouble, Jay being looked at, Jay being in the files. Like this is bringing too much smoke to everybody else. Two of Wands. Like some choices got to be made to save the stability when it comes to work. The universe and the Eight of Wands. Child, look, this is God Himself. God is literally causing this tower, and it's expedited now. It was like choices that you made. It's like hurry up and end this now. Um, so y'all, my goodness. And when you think about Robert Kraft was behind supposedly helping Meek Mill, and now Robert Kraft aligned himself with Cardi. Cardi aligned herself with Rock Nation. It's like it's starting to just look way too obvious, and it's like Mike Rubin. This is what he's saying. It's looking way too obvious. You work with me. If they're looking at you, they're looking at me. You need to guarantee me that you can handle this. But I feel like Mike feels like it you can't handle this. It doesn't matter what you say. This is not what you claim it is. This you can't handle this. Handle your business. You sure you got it? And here's where Jay's downfall is. You got the devil, lust, and eons. He's been doing this for so long, he doesn't feel like there's a end, like something's gonna happen. Like Knight of Cups. He's like, I'm still getting offers, I'm still working, I'm still making money. This is like, bragging about the new job you just got and going to work and you about to get fired next week. So it's like all his money from here on out is going to be like family content. Child, I feel bad for family channels. Family channels are going to go through it because if you faking a family channel, child, I hate to say it, people will expose you. Adjustment. So he gonna show the him and the kids skipping in the tulips. Don't be surprised if he shows his relationship with his son. My relationship with Sir is different. You know, he's different. And when we hang out, we hang out and we just sit here and we pluck flowers and we count grass. Like it's something that it's like everything is gonna be geared towards his family. Said my made my Twitch account. I'm ready. Hey, we got what 17 minutes. We going to Twitch. Everybody, if you can, follow us on Twitch. Twitch is a different vibe. It's lit. We can do grown folks conversation on Twitch. Said using family as a crutch, as a distraction is nasty work. Mm. Princess of Cups, Five of Cups. And that's just like it's something attached to Rihanna and her youth that's going to be very, very shameful and embarrassing, and it's going to be public. It might come out when he has to go and testify for the FF files. We gonna see, but it's definitely a truth coming out about some underhanded things that he does not expect. And he's got his scope on Nikki, but this is bigger than her. This talks about being rejected by the powers that be. So he expected Nikki to like the hate train was supposed to stick, but now it's like he's being rejected because people want to align with Nikki. Yes, the two of swords. People are cutting him off. They're starting to see him as toxic. They're leaving him behind. It's like being associated with you is like losing money, public shame, humiliation. So Mike sees it coming. It's like the FF files. Um, you know, um, this wayward Steve. It's just like it's too much. Said when you said 15 minutes. Yes, 15 minutes exactly now. Nine of Cups. This talks about the wish fulfillment is to move forward, to be able to continue to do contracts, make money. So he's got tunnel vision. He's not paying attention. Um, he thinks he still got it in the bag in the courts. I don't think he realizes that, the wind has a very still, funny feeling right before a storm. And anybody that lives in Tornado Alley, you know what I'm talking about. Like you look at the wind, it feels balmy. It gets a weird type of warm, and you feel that feeling in the air, and it's like, oh, it's about to be a storm. It feels like that right now, and it's like he's not paying attention. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't know what to do with marketing his daughter. So right now it's like they're gonna try to make her more of a socialite, and they're gonna try to use that to get offers. He, right now the only offers are coming into his wife, so he's definitely gonna use her till he can't use her no more. We gonna dedicate Bill Withers to her. Just keep on using me till you use me up. Look, the lover, the Eight of Wands. So it's like things are moving really fast. He's very worried about a Gemini, which could be Trump. You- Oh, wait a minute, that could be Busby too, because Busby is a Gemini. But this is Trump because this falls under the Queen of Cups, the universe, and the Eight of Wands. So it's like the universe is assisting um, and helping everything to move very, very fast. And it's like it's being expedited through Trump. So if he tries to, like, drag this out, not go testify, it's like Trump, excuse me, Trump is going to push this, and he's going to be like, no, we need you to do this within a certain time period. So he's not going to be able to drag this out as long as he wants to. He's going to have to go testify before Congress. Child, what he doesn't expect coming is this is about to be a huge tower from him. So the moment he goes before Congress to talk about those files, everything is destroyed from him for that point on out. Remember, I said scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. Like they're not going to rebuild their name. It's going to get so bad that he's going to ruin his wife's name, and they're not going to be able to use her name to rebuild anything. It's going to dissolve her brand if she keeps throwing herself out there for him. Six of Cups, his past is coming back to haunt him. It's like you should have walked away from this. He thought he was going to get away from this, whatever this is. He thought he was going to get away from this, but it's just like the past comes back and it haunts the entire family. Exposure brings the tower. So y'all, I'm going to, go do a couple of things right quick because I've been sitting down for a minute. I need to get my circulation going. I want to meet y'all on Twitch in about 11 minutes. Everybody who's been here with me for allegedly Fridays, I thank you so very much. All things said are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. We're going to get off into the real meat on Twitch where we can speak freely and not really get in trouble because there's some things that need to be said. And I cleared the table for Jay because we're going to get off into some really, really deep questions. But I didn't expect the Mike Rubin thing just tapping into his party to get us here. So I will see y'all in 10 minutes over on Twitch. Thank you for being here with me. If you like to book a reading with me, please email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. A 30-minute reading is $44, an hour is 88, an ancestral reading is 111, a criminal aid reading is 250. I do take international clients. I do video calls. If you don't have an iPhone, if you have an iPhone, you can FaceTime me. If you're international, I can send you a link and we can do a video reading there. Phew. Child, let me cleanse my home. I will see y'all on Twitch in 10 minutes. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.